Hi there, welcome to our channel. I'm Vic.
I'm Nick.
And we're NV Board Gaming. And today we're continuing again with our top 100. We are at 50 to 41 right now. So let's just get started. My number 50, halfway through the list, is Wingspan. I like playing it in person. I like playing it online. I like how streamlined it is that even my parents could play it. So really like Wingspan, and it's birds.
Yep.
And I bought a nice birdhouse.
Yeah, you did.
Bird feeder.
Gen Con.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Love it.
Quick and easy. Number 50. All right, number 50 for me was previously 30, so it has dropped 20 spots. It is a T game. It is not the lowest on here, so I did previously say Toledo. This one is Teotihuacan. This was number 30 last time. It was actually the only T game on the last time. So Teotihuacan, kind of, it's not really worker placement. It's kind of dice placement, but you can't go wherever you want. You do have to, it's like action selection because there is some spots you can choose from. It's kind of that towing the line between worker placement or dice placement and action selection. Resource management, there's actually kind of heavy. There's a lot of things when you come back to that game, you have to remember what all you do at this certain spot.
Yeah.
And we have not played this at Beyond 2 players, so I could see this actually going up at some point if I can play it with more than 2, because I think it probably is sweeter at 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Because with the dummy players, there's something maybe you're missing. Still a really great game. We do enjoy it at 2. We do play it, and I like the expansion we have, the prehistoric one. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it gives you different benefits and also different things that hinder you, the characters, so you have your own abilities. And yeah, a lot of fun. Teotihuacan.
All right, my number 49 is a game that is streamlined. It's simple. You just choose a card to pick your action. It reminds me of a Civ game because it is asymmetrical. Everyone's got their different civilization, and that is Korra, Rise of the Empire or First Empire, something like that.
Yeah, Rise of Empire. Yeah,
I like it. I like the tracks. I like the interesting decisions you make each time, and you're limited to the actions that you're selecting with it. So I like that game.
Yeah, I do too. I think my favorite part is the political cards that you can play. I think that is my favorite. All right.
Always feels different when we play.
Yeah, 49 for me was previously, let me check, it was previously 70. So the opposite of Teotihuacan, this one is on the rise. And I don't know if it's just more and more plays. We get to this one quite a bit. This one's Fabled Fruit. This is one of my underrated type games where I feel like it doesn't get enough credit to where it deserves, that the game was really well designed. That you can keep playing this game over and over, and you have different actions every single time you play it. So I think it's really cool. It's not going to be like a standard worker placement where you just keep playing the same game. No, every game is totally different, literally. It's not a joke. I'm not just saying that. The action spots on there, you move around, and every game you play is going to be different. I think it's really unique the way it's going, and we're still not done with the actual whole thing. We have the Lime expansion as well, so we have a little bit of work to do on the Fabled Fruit.
Yeah, that game really improved once that turtle went away. That made me gamble.
The turtle made her gamble.
Yeah, it's the turtle's fault.
It's true.
48 for me is a game that is analysis paralysis, the game I think of when I think of AP. And this is Five Tribes. Because don't you dare leave, your opponent something juicy. You got to really think about what's going to happen when you move these meeples around. And it's kind of a beast to set up because of all the meeples you got to put out everywhere and the mountain tiles and keeping track. And when you're even scoring, it's a lot to add up. But we've had fun with the expansions that have been added to the game, and it's so fun. How do you not like picking up meeples, dropping them off in order, and sometimes undoing your turn? Whatever. I love it. Five Tribes.
Nice. All right, 48 for me was another one that dropped off a bit here. It was previously 26, so this list is actually full of movement here. There's only one game new to the list on this 10. This one, previously 26, is now 48. This is Skull Hollow, one of my favorite two-player only games there is. Another one, back-to-back, where I think it's underrated, not getting what it deserves. We have the Mall Peak as well. It was previously on your list. I put the OG on mine. I didn't want to put 2. So Skull Hollow, the original asymmetrical, the goodies versus the baddies, and you're playing each other. However, you're jumping on the baddies, the guardians, and you're trying to take away actions that they have. So as you get hit points in certain spots of these enemies, it takes away some cards, some abilities that they have. And I think it's super fun.
Yeah, I enjoy playing it with you. My 47 is a game that you have said already, and it's a T game. It may be the first one I've mentioned, and that's Teotihuacan for me. Same vibes as you have. It's a lot to set up, and it's a lot to learn again when we do play it, so it hasn't really hit the table recently. Have we played it online? I feel like we might have.
I'm not sure.
But I do like it. It's always fun. I like the dice choice that you're making and spinning up dice, ascending dice. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, nice theme.
All right. Next one up, 47 for me, is the game Newton. Newton, I won't say this one's underrated because it does get some buzz. But I don't hear it talked about too much. It's like people's top games. I don't really think of that. It was previously 35, so not too much movement here at 47. We have a little mini expansion with it too. This game does have a few things going on as far as the actions you can pick. You can get an action which gives you like a deck build type kind of thing. Improves your hand of cards that you can play out. Your cards are what gives you your actions. And you can build upon those actions as well, making them more and more powerful as the game goes on. You're trying to fill out your library, trying to move up different tracks. So, Newton, great game.
My 46 is a game I think we are getting something new for. I think a new release is coming out, or it's beautiful, it's Asian, it's Tang Garden.
Yes,
Yeah.
We are getting some expansions for that soon.
We are. I think you held me off on painting stuff.
Yes.
I was going to paint the minis, and you're like, no, wait, I got this covered. But beautiful game, really cool. It's all about perspectives, and there's interesting rules about who can see who, and there's some drama, some backstories with the characters that can't be. Yeah, this one. But whatever, it's cool. And I like putting out the 3D trees, and it's just beautiful. It's so fun, so I like it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get everything. We have quite a few boxes coming our way for what they've added. So it's going to look even more substantial on the table. It's already looks pretty nice.
Exciting.
46 for me is a deduction game called The Search for Planet X by Renegade Games. This was the OG kind of for this straight deduction. Like, yeah, we have Cryptid and there's others out there, but this felt like the OG because it feels like deduction 101. It doesn't feel like there's anything really else to it. So I like this one because other players can't mess it up, unlike Cryptid. This one's really fun. It's just a fun game. And deduction games by themselves are just clever to me. They just play just the way that when you have it out there, it feels like, okay, this took some time and some thought to design and to work perfectly every single time. So Search for Planet X, a great one. My number 46.
Yeah, I like that. 45 is a game similar to one we just played today. It's from the same universe, and I think it's the first one I've talked about in this top 100, but it's Near and Far for me. We have played this not in a long time. It's been a little while, but we did even play it with Tim and Alyssa, I feel. So we've had an opportunity to play it at both 2 and 4, and it's just adorable. It's a cute game. I like the pack birds that you have when you're making action choices, choosing to go in the mine and making camp decisions on that. I don't know. It was really fun when we played it.
I'm not sure if it's the same universe, but same art, same. Since Vic mentioned it, we are currently playing this, so it's on our table right now as we're recording. So it just came out, The Distant Skies.
Not the same universe, but the same kind of Locket thing.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Same publisher, all that.
Yeah.
Red Raven Games. And yeah, Near and Far is a great one. All right. We are on to number 45 for me now. By the way, I didn't mention it. Search for Planet X previously was 22 on my list. It is at 46. So 45 is the only new game on this list, and it's not new necessarily, just new to us. 45, we had not quite, we were like in the process of playing in our last time we did the list, and this is Kanban EV. Kanban EV at 45, Vita Lacerda game, fairly heavy, but for his standards, not that heavy. He has, I think, is maybe one of the lower of his as far as complexity, not counting his one recent game where he did like kind of a reboot of this game for a lot less complexity. Kanban, you're basically putting out cars out there, and you're using action points for different ways. to build up trees on different actions and so forth, and quite a bit of choices for this worker placement game. The way the order of operations is interesting, so that's where it gets this complexity, I believe. Getting cars off the assembly line and so forth, and getting the parts and everything like that. So, a Kanban EV, a fun game. It looks beautiful too. This white board, crisp looking board. I love it.
It's a good pick. 44 is a game that we've played a little bit. I got it for you for Christmas just because I stopped consulting with you. I was in Canada and saw it for a good price. It interested me. We don't have a deluxe copy of it or anything crazy, but it's neat. It's Terracotta Army. I love the cover, actually. I think it looks really cool, and I like that the box has a storage component for all of the different statues, and it's all labeled on the outside of the box of what that statue will do when you add it. You are making cool choices, and there's a limited resource with these statues, and so over time it's going to cost you maybe more money or you're going to get less of a reward for taking these soldiers because over time they get depleted. You're trying to, at the end, score different combinations and fulfill a lot. There's a lot of choices, so I like that Terracotta Army.
Very nice. All right, number 44 for me was previously 37. I don't know if I should call it the only co-op in this 10 because this next one is iffy there as well, but this one's fully co-op, and this one's Spirit Island. We're all playing spirits. Generally, we play this at 2. I don't think we've ever gone over 2 because the game is a lot of communication, a lot of planning, and the more you add, the more I feel like it's gonna take a hit to the likable. How likable this game is.
You already have to coach me a lot in my decision. Like we have to talk a lot about what we're doing, and then it takes a while.
Yeah. So I'm not even sure if I would do that at 3. That's how crazy it is. Yeah, you're just working with your partner trying to overcome the settlers that are coming in, and you're the spirits of the island. You're trying to chase them out, and essentially you have different win conditions that progress during the game, and you were trying to accomplish that. You're trying to take out the cities, the colonists, and all that. And you're using your abilities, cards from your hand, things you get to draft. Not necessarily draft, but you get to draw some and pick which one's more applicable to your strategy. And you're trying to generate fear and all this good stuff. A lot of fun, and it's very procedural. You're doing step by step by step by step, which can be turn off to some, but not for me. This one's good.
Yeah, I love it. I like all the variety of the spirits you get to choose, and their different actions, different strengths and weaknesses, and what they are going to do ultimately to the settlers. It's fun. 43 is a game that I was going to ask you about before we started, but I don't want to spoil anything. We don't talk about our stuff. Concordia.
All right.
Now, I like the game straight up, and I also like when we play it co-op. Is the co-op a separate game?
What do you mean?
Is it a distinct game?
You can't stand alone it. No, you'd have to have at least. You have to have that.
So Concordia, and especially with the co-op expansion.
Even better with co-op.
Yeah. But it has some great expansions. We've had so much fun playing it. It's been in our collection a long while, I feel, and it's like evergreen for me. You know,
nice.
It does stay.
Nice.
Like it, yeah.
This one, that co-op actually put it on your list then. Nice.
Yeah.
Glad we got it then. All right, 43 for me is a game that I knew would drop. It was previously 13. This one just had to drop. It was 13, dropped 30 spots, 43 because it's a legacy game. This is Clank. Yeah. Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated. Who knows how long it's going to stay. Legacy games like that where it's kind of like a one and done. Yes, you can replay it. We have not replayed our board. Not even feeling the want or anything too. So I don't know if we'll even keep the box. I don't know. For right now, we still have it. I think maybe we'll play it one more time with Tim and Melissa. But they backed the new one, which I was thinking about asking, when is that supposed to arrive? I'm not even sure. But the new Clank we're excited for. So for now, this one's on it, and I'm hoping it's just as good, if not better. That'd be awesome. Then that one will be on the list, and this one can go.
Yeah.
But this one was such a fun experience. It's worth the buy if you can see it for cheap. To go through it, if you have maybe a couple other players that can join you, I would say maybe 3 or 4 would be nice. Player count for this one. Acquisitions Incorporated for Clank Legacy is my number 43.
All right, 42, you've mentioned this one. It's got such a cute apple on the cover, and it is a sleeper. I feel like it doesn't get mentioned a lot. That's Newton. We have a random expansion, didn't even come in a box. I think it was in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah,
that could be the one. But love it. Love getting to choose about the cards and then making decisions about getting rid of one, upgrading the cards if you so choose to. Lots of places, lots of decisions to make. Are you going to work? Are you going to travel around? I don't like to work. I don't want to work in that game. I like to make jokes about how he works very hard, and I usually don't. But anyway, Newton is a great game. Really fun.
Cool. All right, that's our second crossover in this 10. Newton and Teotihuacan so
you're
far.
right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, 42 for me is a game similar to Newton. This is Lorenzo Il Magnifico, same designing team, I believe, and a lot of fun. We just played it recently, and that solidified it. It was previously at 45, so 42 it sits here. Another one we have an expansion for, but it was actually in a box, this one. And you have different ways you can go with what buildings you want to target. They do different things to help you either during the game or at the end of the game. Every game, I feel, again, is going to be a little different because you don't know if you want to go purple buildings, green buildings. Last time I was green building heavy, but I know previously I've been yellow building heavy, and they all do these different things to enhance your play. And really, I think this one is never going to be off the top 100. If we keep playing it off and on, I just think it's that good. And now you have so many other options with the people that you can acquire. That it gives you kind of a target, something you can aim for during the game. And there's a huge stack of those, surprisingly. And you want to keep up with your faith because you don't want to lose all these benefits that you're going to get.
Yeah.
And there are people that give you very unique abilities. You had one last game that you couldn't lose those abilities even if you didn't have the faith for them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The game really clicks for me. It doesn't look great on the table, but your options are there, and I'm a fan of a lot of options.
Yeah, and with those characters, I'm going to say you can even get more than what you start with.
Yeah.
Like suddenly you're just gaining more of these people as a bonus, as a boon somewhere for some reason, and I love it.
It's kind of a restrictive game in a way because you can't go to the same tower, but you can. Well, you can, but it's going to cost you heavily.
Yeah,
and coins are at a premium in this game.
Yeah.
So, do you really want to go to that tower with people? You can. It's restrictive though because it really crunches your money.
Yeah, and the fact that like when one person goes to that working space or the other person goes to the harvesting space. When is someone going to do that? Yeah, I love it. So fun. All right, 41. The last one of this video is a game I know Sam has mentioned, and I don't know if we lent it to them to begin with, but it's so cool, the art. It's Santa Monica. I love building out a beachscape with cards, and it's got really nice artwork. I enjoy making the choice about where I'm going to move those people and where I'm going to have them end up, and then spending sand dollars to take certain bonuses when it was time to, and you're just hoping everything works out for you at the end, that you have the most points and not get penalized for not moving people out to the spot.
Yeah, the game's great. And I know Andrew mentioned, that's the one he mentioned twice.
Right.
An accident.
That's
one of them he said was Project L. I don't know if Sam's mentioned it yet.
Oh, okay.
But I thought she liked the game quite a bit, so maybe it's coming up. Maybe she did mention it. I can't quite remember.
Maybe. I got it twisted. Yeah, it was Andrew saying it twice.
Yeah. All right, last one for this list for me. Number 41 was previously number 12. I don't know why this dropped. I think because I like it more at a higher player count. We've been playing it quite a bit at 2 when we play it. This is Gugong. Gugong, number 12, now number 41. Such a great game, though. I love this game. This one had, obviously, I had it at 12 last time, 2 years ago. And it's a worker placement. It's kind of like political bribing in Asia over there. You're trying to play cards, give gifts better than the person there has, and then you get to take the action if you did. If not, you have to give up these little servant things, these essentially cubes. You're picking your bonuses. You're picking what strategy you want to go for. If you want to build a wall, the Great Wall of China. If you want to go ahead and get Jade and get some multipliers. If you want to get abilities during the game, there's a spot for that where you get different abilities. And those abilities also give you endgame points. And there's a spot where you can run the trail with the horse. There's a spot where you can run the water, and get the drop-off cargo and get bonuses there. A lot of fun. If you can't tell, I love this game. Gugong, it is dropping just because our recent plays have been 2, and I think this shines at 3 and 4.
I agree. All right, well, that does it for our 50 to 41 in our top 100 of 2023. Let us know if there's anything you agree with. We had a couple crossovers in that list. And yeah, like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more great top 100s. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.